Canada, but Canada's system is relatively new, and many people know the United States of America has a more developed system of things. How do I know? Because I've been down to our sister brother country and had got to experience it in physicality. I don't just hide up here and talk, or hide down there and talk and where's he at and hidden and have a thing to say, but I've actually seen it, not just on the TV. I know the difference between America, the media, and America in real life. Some people don't, all the way across the board. That's the difference between me and you and me. When you've actually been there and you've seen it. And they have a very developed system of things, and it makes me feel like our system of things is outdated. Sort of my job to update it, isn't it? Yeah, it's the living man's job to update the newest work. That's why they say the Constitution needs updated. People don't want to revamp the Constitution. It's the original Constitution, but it needs updated. Just like Windows 10, it's like you guys are stuck on Windows 95 or Windows 65 with it, and you haven't upgraded to Windows 10 or whatever, that like you're supposed to, even on the laws and things. People can, and you can basically take advantage of that until the laws are changed. How do you change the law? You do things like what I'm doing. He said, well, you can get assassinated. Yeah, you can get assassinated. Lincoln got assassinated. JFK got assassinated. Everybody can get assassinated. But guess what? The president has the Secret Service that protects them to not get assassinated. That's real life. And a peasant can get stepped on as well. Peasants. I pretty much made myself one by disrespect of my father. I could have went a different way and deceived my father and saved money and maybe started my own way, a little smarter than I thought. But I was one and one with my father. I said, Dad, I want to become this, that, and the other. I'm not going to pretend I like you all the way up and then deceive you when the money comes around, like some people do, or have to. Or maybe they love their father through and through and they accept the sacrifice to which is money or something. That's a responsibility that you thus take because, well, it happens in with the Amish. Where escaping the Amish. Well, they're in a very nice family. They have very good wealth, believe it or not, even though they may dress it in society. Rich ones, supposedly, but they're not rich. A lot of them are on that no understanding, everything given to them through a thing. They don't work for nothing. They're nothing like me. I came from peasantry, quote unquote. I'm still quite a peasant. But Amish people aren't peasants. See, that's property that they're on. Housing, which costs a significant amount of money. They're in a commune already, some of them, born. And I know how it feels to be born in a commune. You don't know everything you got. And that sort of thing when your dad tells you, you don't know what you got out in here. You really don't know. So you go out and you see what you got, how hard it is to make it. How hard it is to make it out there. It's almost impossible. They look worse a lot of the time after they escaped the Amish, in my opinion. They were so clean and healthy. And then they went out like a rabid animal and had to fend for themselves. But some of them fend and they make it in society the way that they dream to be. And that's more than respectful. And that's kind of how I was. I had a dream to be from the bottom to become somebody in society. Hell, if I would stay with my dad one night, he wouldn't allow me to do pornography. Many of my families, that was all family members wouldn't, and that was a box I broke out of. And as a man, it's easier to do than a woman, but it's not because guess what? They target you as a man and call you a lone wolf and all that because majority of people are families. They have their vehicle. That's their vehicle. They've had it for decades. And they go to the store and everybody knows them when they pick up their meat. Or maybe they create the meat themselves where they skin the animal and make the meat. Is what I would call it. What else? Escaping the Amish. It's not always the best thing. Even though everyone thinks it's the cool thing to do, it's not. Like a lot of great communes. Communes are what you want to be a part of. Yeah, I was kind of the same way until you realize that um, we start to learn more about the commune, what a commune is, community. And it ain't just hippies. Every community, even I'm part of a commune in modern society, was what I call modern society, because I have a computer and this and that. But no, I'm part of a commune too, and I have a computer and I love technology because it's one of the best tools that we have and most expensive, and we have electricity and it's there to be used. That's how I see it. If it's there for a man, it's there to be used. Is how I see it from God. But I started from the bottom. Some of them accept it, and that's part of their religion that they don't have the computer and whatnot, and they don't. And there's such and such and such communities, and they fear that person. And he says, "I'm the," and a lot of those guys have a computer, and they say nobody's allowed to have a computer in this, that, and the other, and they all follow it, and they say they ain't got a computer in this, that, and the other, because they will face retribution if they get a computer in this, that, and the other. Like, oh, I get it now. Like whoever's the top man or whatever, he owns the phone, eh? And the wife or whatever wants to use the phone, but why the hell is the wife using the phone? She should be talking to me, telling me what she wants to be saying on that phone. Type of thing. For some of them, for some people, with the phone thing. I have a landline. It's only me that uses it. My mom don't use it, and I use it for my buzzer. They call up, I'm able to buzz them in or go meet them. My computer, this is my harvesting machine. Whether it comes to ordering groceries, ordering necessities, ordering activities, type of things. You can't really order anything illegal these days because of people like me. I created this thing that destroyed that illegal economy. They used to sell drugs online. We made it legal for the marijuana, and we're destroying the other things. With my website, My Online, I destroyed that economy. It was a good thing for America, for the base roots of America, like the families and things, the clean ones. And everybody's got their dependent, and there's ways to get your dependents, trust me. They have the hospitals where you can get prescribed those medications. They have the medical marijuana. A lot of places it's recreational. But that was just one thing I did with that or whatever to get rid of those things or whatever. But it's never ending cycle and it's a constant back and forth battle. So I retreated on that a long time ago. But it did had its effect. And the economy's never been better. It's so clean out here, and I've never did better. 2021 was one of my best years, and there were a lot of things that were got out of the way that we had that were such a problem. Like back in 2016, 20 or before. Remember how bad Chicago was getting? There's people in Chicago that have perished that would have been just doing all types of bad things. Parenting in utopia. Utopia. Do you know what that is? Well, I guess this isn't the utopia I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about utopia as like a paradise. Raising kids in America can be by design crushing, but what if it weren't? For years, whenever I was feeling exhausted or overwhelmed or unappreciated, whenever I began contemplating the number of dishes I'd scoured or meals I'd prepared or loads of laundry I'd washed and folded and sorted, I would say to whoever happened to me, excuse me? Oh, okay, we can talk about willage and things. You're nearing the age of death in the next 20 to 30 years naturally, then I would be working on your will. Okay, but your last will and testament is what it's called. But really, I'm the type of guy that I would already start working on my last will and testament now. Some people, it doesn't matter their last will and testament. They just, some things are disposable, eh? Your last will and testament isn't as important as you think it is for some people. Computers, for instance, that's one of your main assets. Hell, I had a